Guys, I'm going to give you another opportunity to hear a book read to you so that you can participate in the voting on January 28th for our Bluebonnet Challenge to help decide which book out of the 20 nominees this year deserves the award. So if you listen to this, I will count it on the tracking page. I'll ask you a few questions, and then you'll only have 3 more to read. So this one's called Volcanoes. A rumble, a tremble, a grumble, growing, growling, and getting hot. When will it pop? A volcano is a vent in the crust of Earth that releases lava, steam, ash, and rocks. While volcanoes exist all over the world, most are dormant or extinct, meaning they all are not actively erupting, or very likely will never erupt again. But there are plenty of active ones. At least 20 volcanoes could be erupting right this very second. Oozing like thick, hot honey, glowing taffy. Surface cooling to hard black while red flows underneath. Don't step in the crack. Glowing red lava can reach more than 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Lava leaves volcanoes in different waves. Gently flowing lava is called by the Hawaiian name of pahoho. Other eruptions are more explosive, ejecting large chunks of lava called bombs. Because of their unpredictability, lava bombs are dangerous. In 2018, a lava bomb the size of a bowling ball set a man's porch on fire. Holy cow! Collecting sweltering samples, hiking in shoe melting temperatures, risking it all to learn more. Are these superheroes? Yes, they're scientists. Scientists who study volcanoes are called volcanologists. They try to predict when volcanoes might erupt. By measuring tiny earthquakes and subtle changes in the volcano's shape, they can figure out what kind of mood a volcano might be in. To protect themselves near lava, they wear special suits and boots to keep out the incredible heat. Safety is key. Fountains of fires and rivers of lava erupt and interrupt life, forming islands, creating craters, ever changing. Our planet is dynamic. When lava cools, it becomes hard rock. Over time, multiple eruptions form new areas of land. For volcanoes in the middle of the ocean, this land creates an island. Millions of years ago, a stirring of volcanoes began erupting in the Pacific Ocean, forming what we now call the Hawaiian Islands. And that looks awfully familiar, doesn't it? On a map, look at it. One island disappeared overnight with a deafening detonation, bursting a bevy of eardrums. But it wasn't the ash, gas, lava, or burning rock rain that wiped everyone out. The real danger was the tsunamis. On August 27, 1883, the volcanic eruption of the Krakatoa in Indonesia created the loudest sound in recorded history. The sound wave generated by the explosion circled the whole world multiple times. One of the Norham Castle, a ship floating 40 miles away from the blast, over half of the crew's eardrums burst. The eruption also created tsunamis, giant waves that in this case were over 120 feet deep. These tsunamis wiped out surrounding populations. One wave brought the population of Merrick, a nearby port town, from 2,702 people. In total, 36,000 people died from the tsunami caused by the Krakatoa eruption. Plates bumping, bubbling, and burning at the edges. 452 spots of hot arching through the ocean. Can you see it? The ring of fire. We study about that in our classes. The rocky outer layer of Earth is made up of huge pieces that fit together like a gigantic jigsaw puzzle. We call these pieces tectonic plates, and they slowly move over the surface of the Earth. One of these plates, this Pacific plate, is surrounded by most of the world's active volcanoes, and it is called the Ring of Fire. Scientists thought they knew why hotter water came from the black, cold bottom of the ocean, but they didn't know they would find a whole new world. While volcanoes can be destructive, mid-ocean ridge volcanoes rising from the ocean floor bring life. After recording unexpected areas of warmer water temperatures in the ocean, scientists used the deep-sea submersible Alvin to find answers. They discovered underwater volcanoes that expelled hot, mineral-rich water through cracks and vents. What a surprise to learn that this allowed a whole community of life to exist in the darkest depths of ocean, completely without sunlight. Now, some scientists think that life itself may have started around those underwater volcanoes. Uncorked from the ocean floor, an avalanche of ash, a plume of doom, a cinder shot put, seen from space. In January 2022, an underwater volcano in the Tonga Islands exploded with such force that the ash cloud stretched 36 miles. That's about 5 times higher than a plane flies. The eruption caused a tsunami warning across the entire Pacific Ocean. It was the biggest volcanic eruption in more than 30 years. Since the 1991 explosion of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines. According to NASA, the explosion was bigger than that of an atomic bomb. Look up. What do you see? Night sky filled with stars, meteors, the moon, planets, and extraterrestrial volcanoes. Ooh, there's volcanoes on other planets. Oh boy. The largest known volcano is Olympus Mons on Mars. At 374 miles wide and 16 miles high, it's 100 times larger the volume than Earth's largest active volcano, the Mauna. Our solar system is home to a number of volcanoes. Not all of them erupt lava. In fact, the volcanoes on Saturn's moons are pyrovolcanoes that shoot ice particles, water vapor, and other materials into space. Holy cow. Volcanoes everywhere, space, land, ocean. Do these megaphones of magma hold the answers to our biggest questions? How was Earth created? How are planets formed? How does life start? What is coming? Maybe you will find out. The end. So, if you listen to this and you can answer some of my questions about this story, bring your tracking page. I will sign, and this will count for book number 2 on the tracking chart. So you'll only have to read 3 by January 28th to be able to help vote and decide which of the nominees this year will deserve the Texas Bluebonnet Award.